Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I'm actually, one second, I'm going to take a moment to light a candle since we are talking about empowering techniques for self-care. And if you'd like to also do that with me, but I want to honor you for showing up for yourself today. Your attendance in itself is a form of self-care. This one smells like roses. So showing up for yourself is a practice, and in practicing to show up for yourself, we change your subconscious thinking and our subconscious mind, retrain it to believe that we matter, that we are of value, and that we are a priority worth taking care of. So when this confidence grows within us, we're empowered to make healthier decisions easier for ourselves. So I want to make sure that this is interactive. I know everybody's going to be on mute, but we can participate in the chat box. I'll ask questions, and I would love to, I feed off your energy and we'll feed off each other's. I'm going to share my screen though. Here we go. Where is it? There we go. Okay. Yes, I've been in the fitness industry for over 20 years. I recently closed my gym after 17 years of business. Sometimes in life, we need to make a change, but I have been resisting. And so during COVID, it was a perfect time to pivot. Can you all see that? Or is my little screen in the way? I wonder if there's I'll just minimize it. I don't have to see myself. Okay, welcome to the Empowered Techniques for Self-Care. I'm Clem LaFrades with Slay and Shine, Self-Care and Empowerment. And if you, are we able to access the chat box while we're in me sharing the screen? Is that possible? Oh, yep. There it is. Yay, thank you. Thank you. Thanks, Jennifer. Okay, so let's get started. I value your time, and I really do honor you for being here and honoring yourself. I want to ask a question. How many days of the week do you tend to feel hopeless, either hopelessness or stress or worry, anxious or anger, any one of those? Has it been before COVID and the elections just exasperated it? Has it been something in your life normally? I know that we don't tend to talk about it. I know there's some, it's uncomfortable, and it's hard to admit when we're going through these emotions because we need to stay strong to survive. But I want you to go ahead and put your answers in the chat. Let's remove the mask and let each other know we aren't alone and we're ready to move forward. I want to be able to see. Okay, wait a minute. How the chat goes. Am I able to? Yes, there it is. But it doesn't let me because I have my shared screen on. Okay. I'm going to show you, what happens when we're in a constant low level frequencies of stress and anxiety, anger and hopelessness. Adversity not just affects our physical health, but also our relationships, our work life, and our finances. I'm not saying it's never okay to feel stress or, sadness or anger and any of that. It is okay, but we have to, when we're in a prolonged, constant state in it, it can cause hormonal imbalances that lead to disease and disharmony at work and at home. So fatigue is one that a lot of people hear. If you experience any of these, please do share, because it's something that we need to talk about so we can create solution for. And then, but I'm here to tell you there is hope. I know sometimes it feels like it's just never ending. We're on this hamster wheel that keeps turning and turning and turning, and it's hard to get off. But in the book, A Course in Miracles, it says, tolerance of pain may be high, but it's not without limits. Eventually, everyone begins to recognize, however dimly, that there must be a better way. As this recognition becomes firmly established, it becomes a turning point. So there will be a time where you hear yourself going, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm fed up with feeling, tired all the time, or low energy, or snapping at my kids, or, just like being uncharacter-like. Some of the things that how we react to situations are not what really is really in our hearts and how we really feel, but that's what's just coming out. Right. And so self-care is a huge part of helping us through all of this. Take a look at this photo. I love this photo. Because a lot of times we say, I can't do self-care because I don't have money, I don't have time. But I want to assure you today of good news. You don't need a lot of money and you don't need a lot of time. While we live in constant high cortisol stress hormones, you can't wait until your next vacation either to create self-care and serenity and peace within you. You can take a break and step away from your stressors. And I want to show you this picture because it says to me that all you need is a little bit of air, a sliver of light, and just some water, and you can flourish and break free. Even the most hardest and challenging of environments. So, before we go into physical self-care tips, something to remember is that everything starts from your heart. Your will, your motivation, your drive, your passion, and your love, all of it starts from your heart. The heart itself has over 40,000 neurosensors. I know that's weird because this is the brain and then this is the heart, but it's over 40,000 neurosensors. It sends signals to the brain more than the brain sends to the heart. While the mind is in this world and of this world, quotes, the heart is connected to universal divine wisdom. It's how we have intuitive knowing. So let's see. Oh, I do have touchscreen. The mind always fails first, but the body, not the body. The mind always fails first, not the body. The secret is to make the mind work for you, not against you. That's from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Can you tell I've been in the fitness industry for a really long time? I want you to check out this next graphic and tell me how you feel in the chat. It is a very inexpensive and time-saving tip. Technique number 1 is to shift your focus. Have you ever heard the quote that at where your focus goes, your energy flows? So I want to encourage you, like during the day, to take breaks from your thoughts. Take a break, step away from stress triggers, and find ways to increase happy endorphin hormones. Look at that cute puppy on the right. Actually, they're all very cute. It makes me happy. One of the things, I've trained my dog. She's so cute. My dog's name is Twixie. She knows that when I teach a class at 6:30 in the morning, I walk downstairs and the first thing she does is come to me, and at my feet, she rolls over and lies down, and we both on the hardwood floor lie down together and cuddle because she knows that I need that. I don't know if I just trained her to do that, but I need that connection and that shift in energy, that lift in energy. So find a way to exit from the stressors and step away. Notice how looking at these pictures, how it feels in your body. Did the muscles in your face, the tension in your scalp relax and release? Did your shoulders and your neck release? How about your chest and your stomach? Those are the areas in our body that we feel tension, and it builds up. And sometimes it builds up and we start to become numb to it. We become used to being in this tense, hunched posture. And then eventually it causes pain in our neck, our shoulders, our hips, and our knees. All right, after looking at this, tell me, how does this feel in your body? Watching the news, seeing all the alerts on your phone. I'm already hunched automatically. Isn't that weird? I created this and I should know what's coming up next, and automatically my spine hunched forward, my shoulders tensed up. How does news alerts, watching negative or the problems and the issues in the world feel in your body? How about the dings, the constant dings on your phone telling you what the next new news is? Where your focus goes, your energy flows. Is life force energy flowing into you when you see this, or is it draining out of you? And that's something you begin to notice when you slow down your thought process and you start slowing down and becoming really mindfulness. It can be really eye-opening to use apps like Screen Time. It accounts for how much time you spend on your phone. 4 hours, 4 minutes. You know, it logs you and it tells you every day, like, oh, you spent this much compared to yesterday. And it's a great way to start to open yourself up to knowledge. Knowledge is power, and it brings clarity. You may realize that you actually do have time to light a candle, sip slowly on some tea, read a book, and even exercise. How many people say, I don't have time to exercise? Okay, see how that feels. All right, now see how this feels. The sunset. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes. Hold on. I'm gonna give you 2 minutes to, let me exit out of this, to feel how it feels like without stress. Uh-oh, here we go. Let me make this bigger. And yes, make that bigger. 2 minutes. Can you hear the sound on that? Hopefully so. If not, it just looks amazing, doesn't it? Beautiful. Wasn't that relaxing? That is tip number 1, is to shift your focus. It's inexpensive. That was just a minute and a half of taking yourself away from stressors, from the thoughts of the future, the thoughts of the past, and just giving yourself some time to breathe, allowing your brain to shift from the high brain waves and get into theta, alpha, theta, and beta. Right. Oh, you know what? Here is tip number 2. When you really learn how to breathe, you'll begin to notice that you hold breath when you're nervous, when you're anxious, when your mind wanders into perceived negative future that you think is going to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, or when your mind ruminates in the past in uncomfortable situations that has happened in the past. And then whenever we bring these unpleasurable future or past into the now, in the current now, the brain feels it's real and that it is actually happening, sending SOS signals, SOS danger signals to our body, which then releases fight or flight cortisol hormones to protect you from situation that isn't actually happening. One great way to discipline your thought patterns from triggering stress is to do or practice breath work. You can use your fingers. You can use, these are mala beads. Let me grab mine really quick. It's just right here. Oh. A couple different examples. Here's a bracelet that has beads. This is a long necklace. There's rosaries. You can even use your hands to shift your attention from what's going on around the world and in your home or at your job. Use your fingers and shift your attention to this practice of breath. So I'm going to, right there, the quieter you become, the more you can heal. The more that you can hear and heal. So let's take a few moments to practice together, taking a deep breath, 10 deep breaths. And how this is going to work is you're going to bring attention now from the outside world, from what's around you, your stressors, your triggers, and tame your thoughts. Learn to tame your thoughts. Learn to discipline your mind. And you're going to feel the air come in through your nose, hit the back of your throat, the back of your tongue, come in through the nose, touch the back of your tongue and throat, and then go down, and you can feel the air in your chest, but also push it down and feel the air, fill your belly. A lot of us are not accustomed to this kind of breathing, and our muscles, the diaphragm muscles and the lung muscles, have become deconditioned. And so it takes time to build it back up. I noticed that there's some commercials now with these whistles that you blow through the day. It's supposed to lower your stress. You take deep breaths. It's a cute little necklace you wear. It's a beautiful gold necklace that you wear. And through the day, you pick it up and you blow. The hospitals have it with a little ball, right? You blow in it and it strengthens your lungs, but it reduces stress. And when you reduce stress, your body is able to heal and to restore and to replenish those cells that need connection. So what we're gonna do, and let me just show you how to use beads for it too. If you have rosaries or malas, you hold the pendant in your hand and you start away from you, and you start with the bead that's away from you on the other side of the pendant, and you pull the bead towards your heart, and you take a deep breath in. And the count normally is a 4 count in and a 5 count out. If this is too hard because your lungs you've been in that fight or flight, constant state of stress breathing, then sometimes that breath is just 2 seconds. Our goal is to get to 3, eventually get to 4, and the 4 count in, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, exhale out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I counted really fast on that out. but the 5 count out is lower. So don't judge yourself. Don't make this a stressful activity. It is supposed to be a form of self-care, a form of de-stressing, and no judgment. Maybe today it's 2 seconds, and then a month from now it's 3 seconds. It's all practice. Those muscles we tend to forget about. And when you exercise and you do vigorous exercise on a regular basis, it helps with those muscles, diaphragm and the lungs. So let's take 10 breaths together. You can use your finger. How'd that feel? How's your body feel? How's your face? We don't recognize sometimes that we get tense right here in the temples and right here in between the eyebrows, and our scalp gets really, really tight, and then we get migraines. Breath work is so cleansing. I call it the breath of life. Life breath coming down into our bodies and nourishing us. It's a great form of self-care. Okay, I want you to see that was just 10 breaths. Imagine if you stopped during the day, changed your focus, combine 1 and 2 together. Let's do that right now. Let's combine technique number 1, which is shifting your focus, with technique number 2, which is breath. Oops, hold on. Yes, yes. All right, I'm gonna let you watch this for a couple of minutes and see how your body feels. Feel what it feels in your body when you're not focused on everything else in the world. Yay. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, that's beautiful. We can't always leave our life and take a vacation, but we can do breath work. We can use our mind, Our mind can transport us to other places and find that serenity and that peace. It's an inexpensive way to take a vacation. And if you like this video, there's music behind it, but I don't think we can hear it right now. But I can leave a link later on, or you can contact me for this. It's a lovely, I love watching this and doing breath work. It's so relaxing, and transporting myself outside of my home, since we've been you know, staying safe and staying home. All right. The next tip is another big one. And if you are like, I don't like to journal, I'm just not a journaler, and I know it is important to do so, here's technique number 4 for self-care. Is gratitude practice and affirmations. I cannot stress enough how it's so simple. And so it just doesn't seem like it's going to do a whole lot, but it's miraculously a big deal. It's like magic. If you hate to journal, here's an easy way that doesn't feel like Dear Diary journaling. When you wake up in the morning, write down 4 things that you are grateful for. And then 3 I am statements. And if you also do it before bed, you are really fast tracking and the rewiring of your brain. Research has discovered that when we practice a gratitude practice and an affirmation practice, that it shifts and rewires our mind to notice and scan the world for positive things, for the things that are going right in our world. It shifts, again, our focus from the news, the scrolling on social media, the everything coming at us, all the stuff, right? Life. And it shifts our attention to all the good things, all the goodness, all the positive things, the possibilities, the potential, the opportunities, the silver linings in the world. And then when we practice this more often, our minds, our subconscious thinking will eventually just do it by itself automatically. First, in the beginning, because we've been so conditioned by the world to focus on all the negative, all the challenges, all the issues in life. So our brain goes there first, because that's what we've been conditioned to do. But when we create this workout, I call it a brain workout, gratitude practice and affirmations, our mind workout or a thought workout. When we do this often, we can see good things, possibilities, solutions, and strategies, blessings and miracles and magic that normally is there. It's been in front of us the whole time, but that veil in front of our eyes rip open. The clouds begin to clear, and then we'll see. It's I like this thought or this saying that the sun is always shining. It's always shining. Like right now, the sun is shining, even though I look out my window and it looks cloudy. But above the clouds, the sun is always shining. It's still there. It hasn't gone anywhere. And so it's our perspective. It's our way of seeing and our way of viewing things, right? And so gratitude practice and affirmations, I know, is difficult in the beginning because our sight has been conditioned to see things, other things that we want to be angry about or cause us as pain or sadness. But I invite you to take some time in the chat box right now to start that practice. And what I learned in the beginning was, even if it's something small, like I'm grateful that the grass is green, or I'm grateful that the sky is blue, because in the beginning, sometimes we think there's just nothing to be grateful for. I have nothing. I can't think of anything positive happening right now. Start the exercise and start creating and changing the focus, finding things to be grateful for, finding affirmations. And even affirmations, I remember at my gym, we used to have this big board, and every morning, every Monday morning, Mindset Monday, we'd grab the chalk and we'd write "I am" affirmations on the wall. And people would say, it just feels so awkward, and because it doesn't feel true. But let me give you a tip. Thank you for those who are adding your affirmations and your gratitudes in the chat box. Thank you. Let me give you a tip. Yes, it may feel awkward to say "I am great" or "I am beautiful," and you don't actually feel like it right now, but it's the truth. You are beautiful. You are great. We're just, again, removing the veils, the false lies that we've been told, the conditionings that we've been, conditioned to see our bodies a certain way, to label ourselves good or bad or fat or whatever, to criticize ourselves. We've been in this daily cycle of self-criticism, self-belittling. And so when we finally get to a point of doing exercises like affirmations, I am beautiful, I love the skin I'm in, I love my body, I love how I feel, I love my arms, I love my thighs. It feels awkward at first because we don't feel it, but it is the truth. Love, you are love. Your body is love, your soul is love. You are in your true essence of who you really, really are, who you're created as. You are at your base level, you are love. So that is the truth. It's now rewiring the brain to align to truth. Hopefully that helps. Thanks, guys, for participating in that. I love it. I love it. Okay. Remember this in the beginning, this slide. I know that it's crazy to think that these previous simple, inexpensive, easy exercises or techniques like shifting your focus, breath work, gratitude and affirmations, because they're not demanding or physically strenuous, it's seemingly like you can't do much. But again, it's usually the small acts of self-care that make the biggest difference. So again, I know I'm harping on this point of you don't have to have a lot of money, you don't have to have a lot of time, and it doesn't have to be a big thing. You don't have to spend hundreds of dollars and go away to a retreat in Costa Rica, although I do love doing those. It's not necessary. You can find that inner peace within yourself and care for your soul and your body. And so when you start doing these exercises, shifting your mindset, shifting your focus, breath work, gratitude and affirmations, insomnia, weight gain, fatigue, migraine, impatience, and miscommunication with family and at work, it begins to dissipate. It is so powerful. And also, it helps us with the physical self-care things. These 4 things right here, these are the foundation to physical self-care. They aren't optional activities. I know that we tend to view them as, or we tend to act like it because we haven't made them a regular priority and we haven't found our rhythm yet into implementing these. But the 4 previous techniques can really help empower you to do these 4 physical self-care techniques, which is water. You should drink at least half your body weight to a gallon of water a day. Tea counts. Sleep and rest. You don't have to go on vacation. You don't have to live in high cortisol, fight or flight hormones, and then go on a vacation to get endorphins, happy, relaxing, healing endorphins into your body. You can do that here at home. Nutrients, what you feed your body actually can poison your brain, or it can help open up and allow the circuitry in your brain to function at its best. and exercise. Exercise, I saw this quote a while ago. It says, exercise is the most effective and underutilized antidepressant. So I know it's like so basic. It's so basic, but we have our issues and our life and our focus being stolen, and we think, oh, we can't do these. Even starting with the physical self-care will, like, let's say some people start, a lot of people of my years of being in fitness, we'll start with the fitness portion, or with the eating and sleeping, the physical self-care. And then it helps them build the first 4 techniques that we discussed in the beginning. I like to say that the first 4 techniques is what will help you maintain these 4 techniques, because I've seen for many, many years, people will start like gung-ho, I want to change my life, I want to change my body, more that they want to change their body. And so changing their life isn't like the priority. Then they start to fizzle. But again, like that quote from Arnold Schwarzenegger, where your body is not going to be the first to give up. It's usually your mind. So both can really feed each other and work hand in hand. All right, in the chat box, I want to see which of the 4 physical self-care routines need your attention the most right now. What has been like the most challenging? Let's see it. Let's hear it. Yay. Exercise, water aerobics, please. Time for exercise. Yep. I want to go to the gym, but COVID. It's been dark and cold. Yeah. Exercise seems to be the big like thing that we've been missing. And I get it. We've been in COVID, no motivation. That's also true. COVID, quality sleep is so huge. Thank you, Kim. That is so huge. And they all really play hand in hand. If you don't get enough sleep, it's hard to exercise because now you're fatigued. It's like it's a balancing act with all of them, right? Okay, so we have a few more minutes. We have 15 minutes. And I'm going to invite you to get headphones. If you have headphones, please grab them now. It's time to plug them in. I'm going to take you through a moment to hear solution and strategy. I've heard exercise is the big thing, sleep, water, all of that. They're great and we need to do them. But if you haven't been doing them before COVID, COVID has helped people actually get into a routine, or it's helped people, or it's made people get further from a routine. There's like 2 camps that I've seen, that I've been observing. There's people who like, oh, wow, I've got all this time now. I can focus on exercise, or I can focus on getting more, water and cooking at home, and instead of eating out, which a lot of us had to do anyway. But then there's a lot of other people who is just like, oh, it's just so depressing. I'm eating Kit Kat all day, or eating all this junk food now. So let's grab some headphones. I'm going to take you through a journey, a meditation. And remember how we talked about earlier that the heart has more neural sensors that communicate to your brain. The brain is in this world and of this world. The heart is aligned and connected to all-knowing divinity. It is your intuitive knower. It has all the answers. So I'm going to take you into a relaxing meditation. I want you to connect to your wisdom. I want you to connect to your heart and hear the solutions and the strategies that come through. So if you have a candle and you want to light that too. Thanks for sticking it out so far. If you've got candles, if you have, I'm going to switch me back to stop share so I can see everybody. Hi. It's so nice to see everyone. Okay. Practice your self breaths. Oh. Take a deep breath in. Close your eyes and relax. Shift your posture. You can lay down, you can take a seat. Feel the stress melting from your shoulders, your face, with every breath that you take. Take another big deep breath in and sink deeper and deeper into your body and into your heart. Take a huge deep breath in and allow yourself to become one, mind, body, and soul. Breathe. Allow that breath to go all the way down into your belly, into your heart. Begin to visualize a beautiful, bright light, a light of love, of peace and serenity. This beam streaming down from heaven and meeting you at the top of your head. Allow it to clear out the chatter, the noise, the pessimism, the negativity. The doubts, the fears. Allow this light to lift it for you, to take it for you. Lift it into the heavens. Everything wants to return back to the light. Now see that light entering the top of your head, replacing your thoughts with goodness, love, kindness. Kindness to yourself, which then, when grows, it turns into kindness into the world. See that light now coming down to your heart, entering your heart. Find any cracks and fill them with this light of love, peace, wisdom, and knowledge. Any broken areas from betrayal and anger, sadness. Allow it to mend and restore. Search your heart for any dark areas and allow it to heal. See that light of love lifting that darkness and carrying it away into the heavens. Put one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Ask your heart now for the solutions you need to create self-care, a practice of self-love into your daily routine. All of the answers you seek are within you. You are never forsaken. You're never left alone. You are not incomplete. You are whole. Ask, and it shall be given to you. Strategies, solutions for sleep, for rest, for exercise, for healthy nourishment, minerals, vitamins. Breathe deep and feel your heart connect and communicate. Now see a light being coming towards you, a beautiful, bright light being. She's angelic, she's gorgeous. That is your higher self, living at your best, highest potential and possibilities. She is living this now, at this very moment. The solutions, the strategies that you seek, you are already living in an alternate time and space. Ask her, your higher self, she is you, you are her. See how she lives. Take a peek into her life. Learn from her. She guides you all the time. She never leaves you or forsakes you. She's there when you seek her. Your highest and best self. She's living your best life. Grow closer and closer to her. And eventually you will reunite. Thank her and love her. Take a deep breath in. Feel the breath of life filling your body, nourishing your soul, nourishing every cell and molecule, providing health, wellness, goodness, life into your body. Take another deep breath in. Fill yourself with goodness, kindness, compassion, and empathy to yourself, especially for yourself. You will bring that to your family, to your society. Last big deep breath in. Begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Welcome back. Doesn't that feel so good in your body? How did that feel? Did you get the answers that you need? Did you hear even just a little? What I've noticed in life is I've had red flags telling me, don't go that way. And I do it anyway and I regret it later. Have you ever had that happen? Or some voice in your head that says, stop, and you stop and you're like, whoa, you know, all of this is within you. Did you hear any solutions today of how to put more quality sleep into your being, to get more exercise? Maybe it's cold outside. Maybe you can start with marching in the house, turning on some lively music, some, reggae or some salsa, and just dancing around your house. If you want to unmute, we have like 3 minutes and you want to communicate or put it in there. Vitamins was what came to me. Oh, nice, Rebecca. Good. It's simple. It's easy. You just add that into, you're already eating, you're already drinking, pop it in. That's good. Jennifer, anything?
That was very peaceful.
Good. That's what non-stress feels like. And let me tell you a secret. When you don't have stress in your body, when you take time off from stress, yes, it's self-care, but your body only heals and replenishes and is creative. Ever wonder why when you're in the shower or when you're on the toilet or when you're driving, you get these epiphany ideas? It's because your brain is not in that high brainwave stage. You're in alpha and theta. When your brain waves slow down, you can create, or you can hear, or you can connect to your heart a lot easier, and you get the answers. All the truth is already within you. And I feel very happy and proud of myself for joining today. Yes, I honor you today, Pam, for taking that step forward and making this happen for yourself. It is a huge retraining of the subconscious mind that you matter, that you are worth self-care, that you are valuable in this earth. I want to hear anything else besides vitamins. Disconnect from social media and chaos. That's a huge one, Nadine. I love it. You feel better and more hopeful. So when we feel hopeless, that's our eyes, our physical 2 eyes that focus on all the stuff, all the outside stuff. But when we can enter into this 3rd eye, or our knower eye, and our heart, we actually can relieve ourselves from what causes sickness and disease. So our body flooding with cortisol causes sickness and disease. And our goal is to flood our body with endorphins, the happy drug, happy natural drug. This was enjoyable. Thank you, Kat. I'm gonna have Michelle, if you wanna find me, I'm slayandshine.com, and Slay and Shine Mind, Body, and Balance on Facebook, and also on Instagram, Slay and Shine. You can find me there. I'd love to connect if this was helpful for you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Clem. It was awesome.
Thank you, Tiffany. Blessings. Blessings. Thank you, Michelle. Much love, everybody. Remember, access that love from your heart and allow it to change the world. We add to the frequency, the connective, collective, everyone. So when we're in lower frequency, when the earth is in low frequency, we see more wars, we see more you know, separation and fighting. But when we can access those higher frequency vibrations within our body and emit it, I always tell my husband, we have to add more into the grid, into the grid that we're all connected in. And if we can add more of what's in our heart into the grid, then we will all rise together, because when the tide rises, all ships rise together, right? Blessings, everyone. Love you for coming. Thank you. Thank you. The first
Yeah,
time
thank you so much, everyone. Be sure to register for the next one. It's on December 9th. We'll see you all then.